Hello, Dr. Dick Pritchard here. Today, I'd like to talk to you about how to help your downline grow, specifically in Postcard Networker, but this approach can also apply to your network marketing company if you promote with postcards. This is a very important topic that many people ignore. Huge mistake. And I'm going to explain why. Not only that, I'm going to show you how to fix it. Well, let's go back to the fundamentals of what we do. Network marketing is supposed to be about helping other people succeed, right? When they succeed, I succeed. That's what we always say. We say it all the time, but do we really mean it? Do we act on it? Now, you may think you're helping other people when you offer them a system, but if you just throw them into the deep end of the pool and let them sink or swim, have you really helped them? Secondly, MLM is about duplication. One of my old mentors once said to me, don't ever do anything that's not duplicatable, and don't ever do anything you don't want duplicated. So we have to be very careful about what we do because it will be duplicated, whether it's good or bad, and whether we want it to be duplicated or not. Now this shows the front end of one of my Dr. Dick postcards that I get every month from Postcard Networker. I've smudged out the lead name and address to protect that person's privacy, of course. Now the access code that's circled there is linked only to me. So anyone who responds, whether by mail or online, is placed under me on my first level. Now Joel Broughton has offered to let me switch the code to someone under me, but that only gets one person at a time, and it's kind of cumbersome to request this every time I mail out 100 postcards. So how was I going to help my people? I racked my brain trying to come up with something that would be workable and simple. Then I had what I call a BFO, a blinding flash of the obvious, or what I sometimes call a Homer Simpson moment, dough. What was I doing with my blank postcards? I get a whole bunch of those every month with my Elite Plus membership. Now, since I buy all of my leads electronically, scrub them, to make sure they're more deliverable before I mail. I print out my own labels. What I'd been doing is just adding a line on top of the address that said access code Dr. Dick. And I paste the label over the access code print on the card, and I was just mailing them for myself. But of course, I could arrange the label printer so it could also include usernames of my level 1 Postcard Networker members. Dough. Now this image shows how I print that on my labels and just cover up the access code area that's actually on the blank card. The username of one of my level 1 people is clearly shown here, Royco. He knows who he is. It's shown after the access code. So if anybody gets this card, they're going to sign up under him. I'm actually mailing this postcard for him. Well, how will this work? All right, I'm a great believer in the old saying, God helps those who help themselves. Yeah, I know it's not in the Bible, but they'd ask me, I would have put it in there. So I'm not going to help somebody unless they meet some qualification requirement. Now, I decided to make the requirement very simple. If you are at least an affiliate member on my level 1, I'll mail some of my postcards for you, the blanks. Okay? So, what I do is I just go into my back office, I pull the usernames of my level 1 people who are affiliate or higher. I can see right there in the back office what their rank is, okay? I enter those usernames into my database. I then merge that list with my electronic leads before I print out the labels, and boom, cards are going out for my folks who deserve my help. Okay. Now, what I plan to do is revisit the list of qualified members on the 1st of every month to add or subtract usernames as appropriate. I have announced this to my entire email list, so everybody knows I'm doing it. I hope it encourages more of my folks to upgrade to the affiliate level. Well, we'll see. Now, another problem. The way Postcard Networker is designed, I can only see username information for my level 1 people. What about levels 2, 3, 4, and 5? I get paid on all of those. Don't I want to help them? Now that's where duplication comes in. Anybody can order blank postcards, right? So level 1 can do the same thing I'm doing for level 2. Level 2 can do the same thing for level 3, and so on. And shouldn't they be doing that? Well, of course they should. Well, maybe they don't have electronic leads, a laser printer, they don't know how to merge lists. I understand that. Many, if not most, won't have the technology that I'm using. Well, how can they do the same thing anyway? They can. It's called helping by hand. You see, almost anything, including what I'm doing, can still be accomplished by hand. Yes, it takes more time, it's slower, but it still works. So what anybody can do is make a handwritten list of your level 1 people's usernames who are at least affiliates. I suggest that you don't reward people who won't spring for $10 a month. I'm sorry, if they're not at least affiliates, they're not really in, right? Now, you can then buy leads on labels from Postcard Networker or somewhere else. Just write in your usernames by hand, rotating down the list of your people and back. Mission accomplished. Well, I think the fundamental question is why do this? In fact, some people think I'm crazy to do it. And they might be right. But let me tell you a story. I've routinely done this same type of thing in all of my postcard systems for my personal enrollees in my network marketing companies. A few years ago, one of those people called me on the phone and said to me, Dr. Dick, I've been in network marketing programs for more than 10 years, and you are the first person who ever enrolls somebody under me. That almost brought tears to my eyes, and it still does. Isn't it sad that so many, in fact most, upline members never help their own people? That man became one of my best friends and is a full-time business partner with me now. Not every person that I've helped worked out that well or stuck around, but when I've done this, I get incredible loyalty from my members. Why? I've demonstrated beyond any shadow of a doubt that I care about them and their success. So let me preach a little bit. If you're not helping your personal enrollees that you brought in to Postcard Networker or your network marketing company, you are making a huge mistake. Let's decide to be different, okay? Let's decide to be better. That's what our industry is really all about, taking our friends with us to the top. Spend a little time this week thinking about what this means. Dr. Dick, signing off.